to the Hollis Chapman Show, where we celebrate the power of words and the beauty of storytelling. Join us on this journey as we delve into the minds of successful authors and small business owners who have mastered the art of crafting captivating narratives that inspire, educate, and entertain. Prepare to be inspired as we explore the boundless possibilities that come from sharing stories and experiences that shape our lives and ignite our passions. Through heartfelt conversations and insightful discussions, we uncover the wisdom and creativity that fuel these incredible individuals in their pursuit of greatness. So grab a cup of coffee, settle in, and let the magic of storytelling transport you to new worlds and perspectives. Get ready to be inspired, informed, and uplifted as we embark on this storytelling journey together. Stay tuned for an episode filled with wisdom, inspiration, and the power of words. Welcome to the Hollis Chapman Show, where stories come alive. Let's begin this adventure together. Don't miss out on the opportunity to connect with some of the most talented and compelling voices in literature today. Tune in and let the journey begin.
Hey, welcome to the Hollis Chapman Show. I am Hollis. Happy Friday, everyone. I hope it's going well. Hope you had a great week. Getting ready for the weekend. All right. Okay, so today we're going to talk about streaming TV. We have no guest call in today. That's okay. We're kind of getting prepared because this is the last month of Podbean live stream. And I really don't know what that means yet. I'm trying to communicate with them to see how it's going to affect us. I mean, do we have call-in guests? Do we not? Do we have a studio board here to look at, stuff like that? So we got some questions and answers. So I'm kind of messing things up for the guests that we do have basically on the books. I'm not sure what to do. But we'll take care of that as we go, and great things will happen, like always, okay? I want to say congratulations to Stacy Lee. She's our previous author, and her new book is on our Roku channel. So make sure you check it out. Go to the Hollis Chapman Show on Roku. Okay, you can check out the past guests on there. You know, if you got great content, I think we'll put you on there. Because I said, part of, if you come on the show, we'll talk about it, and our team will talk about it and see if it's an attention grabber. Great content. We'll put you on there, okay? But if you want more stuff on Roku and Amazon Fire TV, it will cost. Okay, so don't think everything we do on Roku and Amazon Fire TV is free. It is not. We cost us to do that, but we don't charge, I guess, at this point to do that. So just give you a heads up. So, but great. Stacy Lee and her book, congratulations. You're the latest on our Roku channel. So keep it going. My gang, keep it going. So today we're talking about streaming TV. You know, back in the day, it was something that you didn't know what it was about. Let me bring it back a little bit. You know, ever since the pandemic, we've probably had on our show as guests, it's just an our show, about 20 to 25 authors who completed that book during the pandemic. You know, they had time to sit there and say, okay, I've been putting off that book writing. Now the pandemic, let's do it. We've had about 20 authors that do that. So that's pretty cool. So other things popped up too since the pandemic, and that's streaming services. You know, Hulu, Roku, Tubi, Crackle. You can go on and on and on. And all bought up and all done some great things. Streaming served how the pandemic, like I mentioned, content creation and advertising. So things happen, things are popping. So this is an advertising opportunity for these big boys out there. And they did that. So if if you're going to go and it's going to cost you the money to put your stuff on there, you can probably find advertisers. You know, again, her book is on our channel. So just say, hey, I don't want to sit there and pay the Hollis Chapman Show to have my book and promotions and stuff like that on there, get a 30-second clip. Why not take the money from some advertisers? We're going to have a 30-minute spot on the Hollis Chapman Show. Are you interested? You know, what the author, the PR firm that you're working with, and so on, you know, car dealerships, anything. Ask them if they're interested and get money from them because they don't advertise them. It is changing from where they advertise at now Because, right now, the social media and stuff like that is so saturated, they're looking for other avenues. And because numbers and monies is tight, they're trying to find ways where they can get the return on investment. So think about it. When we start working together and partner together, don't just think the money should come out of your pocket. Use the PR firms, use car agencies, use truck agencies, get creative. If you're a cooking network, try to people, whoever you're going to use to cook their pots and pans in, talk to them and so on. So let's get creative together to see if we can bring revenues, because these big boys, they're going to advertise someplace. Why not advertise with you and what you're doing? Because like I posted last week, the Roku and stuff, 100 million subscribers, 100 million. And they love that. That's a lot of eyeballs. You know what? Let's go back to the end of the Super Bowl. The Super Bowls just started years and years ago. They didn't cost what, 30-second clip back in the day cost, a couple $100,000. Now it's millions of dollars to promote their product in a commercial. There's a commercial in a Super Bowl game, NFL Super Bowl. Millions. So give that as an idea yourself. As they get more eyeballs on these streaming channels, there's an opportunity to have revenues come in. And we all work together and get it done. Okay, so think about that. You sit there and say, oh, this number is too high. Let's get creative. If you're a cooking show, if you're an author, a romantic author, if you're a novelist for certain things, all that kind of good stuff, who are you promoting? Who's going to get a mention? Ask them to partner up. You get your, because they're going to advertise someplace. Okay? So that's my little welcome. The streaming boom, context and background, 10 minutes of that, okay? This is something that we written out. So excuse me if I'm writing, talking at the same time. I wrote this out yesterday. So brief statistics on before 2020, mentioned growth trend. So let's throw some numbers. Okay, 2015, active Roku account. 2015 to 2025. 2015, it was 9 million. 2025, like I said, 100 million. So the viewership grew about 10-11% in 10 years. That's phenomenal growth. But when you talk to advertisers, they got to peak their interest right there. Like I said, you're sitting down at home, and all of a sudden your commercial comes on TV. Where you see your logo, the Hollis Chapman logo, or logo if you want to sit there and create in between these different big boy brands. How cool is that? To have your book cover sitting there in front of, right between Hulu, Crackle, Tubi, whatever. That'll get your people attention. That'll get your family going, wow, you're on television, mommy, daddy. That is so cool. Okay. Excuse me. Connected TV ad spend, 2016 to 2022. So 2016, the ad spend was $2 billion. A lot of money, right? 2022, $21 billion. It's growing. It is growing. All right. Let me take a break here a second.
Authors and small business owners, turn your book and/or your business into a streaming television brand. You wrote the book. You built the business. Now it's time to be seen on Roku and Amazon Fire Television. The Hollis Chapman Show helps authors and small business owners get featured on a professionally produced TV show. Appear on Roku and Amazon Fire Television streaming platforms. Build authority and credibility. Reach new audiences beyond social media. Receive in-house marketing support. This isn't just an interview. This is brand positioning. If you're serious about in 2026, let's put your brand on television. Appy now for a featured television plus podcast spotlight. Book your strategy email today.
Okay, try to do that, but when I just talk by myself, my throat